So hello guys and welcome back. Now, it's been a while since we've had a little bit of a setup like this, that's for sure. It's the Daks solo cast, and hey, this is a good way to go back to our roots, go back to where we have been, and we are going to be getting into the lower bracket round 4, or as I like to call it, it is the lower bracket finals to see who will be facing off against Team Meme Cord tomorrow. So the grand finals will be happening tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. It will be a best of 5 with Meme Cord having that one map by already. So it can actually go pretty fast if Meme Cord decides to go for that clean sweep coming on through. But these two teams have a score to settle truly against Meme Court. It's Overwine versus Cakes. It's a rematch yet again. And the last time these two teams have met, Overwine eked it out 2-1 against Cakes. But there was that caveat where Cakes making a few fatal mistakes on Rialto itself. This time though, Cakes looking very, very focused. Overwine in the meantime looking pretty recharged. And Cake and Wine, I'm going to be enjoying a meal like that. And we are going to be getting into our first map in just a bit. But who would have thunk that our third seed and our seventh seed would actually make it this far? It's just an amazing, amazing sight to behold, seeing those upsets here and there. And Team Cakes to not only destroying Uwash, but also being able to dominate a strong team such as Washed Up Homies. Really proven that their spanking session has been very, very effective to say the least. But now we are going to be getting into our first map, and it will be a control type. It will be Lijiang Tower as picked by Team Cakes, and it seems that they are going to be looking to play a little bit more onto the Junkrat forefront. Night Market, I'm thinking how the Junkrat can be strong. Control Center, even better. Gardens might be a little bit of a question mark there, so we'll find out if Overwine can actually take advantage. But before anything else, as we move into our next game, the first thing to take note, as this has been the upper bracket so far, Meme Cord just waiting on to see who's going to be winning this next match. Overrun making it all the way to the semifinals there, but they beat out Cakes, as we said, on the second round. In the meantime, over the past 2 days, yesterday and today, it has been the lower bracket action. And even though Washed Up Homies had a great run, even beating out Wabanagi, Cakes just coming on back in full force, has booked a rematch here and is looking for revenge to move on to the grand finals. Now, the thing to note, guys, is that this is already in the money. Whoever wins this match is guaranteed at least second, but whoever loses is gonna get third place, which already gives you us 10% of the prize pool at 1,000 pesos. Even though it's a small spot, it really is still something to give to our two teams. Lijiang Tower is going to be a brawl. It's a 10k prize pool, 6k for the first place. Second place does get 3, and then 1k for third. At least these 3 teams that we have said so far. Meme Cord waiting on for the next team to come their way. Overwine and Cakes dueling to see who will have that privilege. And we all find out now. It's your co-caster Art Dax. Yes, Dax is ready also. Dax is ready also. With Dax and Dax coming on back, and we can get into the game. Lijiang Tower, though, my personal favorite to see in a control map, has always given us some great games. And it really feels like when we get into Lijiang Tower, it's always a sight to behold. But it's Overwine on the blue hand side, it's Cakes on the red, and let's get into the first map, which is going to be good for Cakes because it's Control Center to start things off. So let's go, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Dax, your favorite e-caster, coming your way into the New Wave Invitationals playoffs, the first wave playoffs themselves. This is the round 4 of the lower bracket. It's the final one in the lower bracket. Tomorrow, we are gonna be going on to get the grand finals, and it's gonna be Meme Cord. Keep an eye out, of course, for this upcoming game because they have to figure out who their opponent will be. Will it be the Double Flyers? Will it be the Junkrat? We'll find out if because Overwine. Relax, rested, and aging like a fine damn wine. They are going to be playing a Junkrat against the Junkrat King, Oily Beer. So it seems that Overwine has taken a page out of the opposing playbook. And we are gonna see the double hop there already from Oily Beer. Keltron in the meantime just hanging around with the rest of the team. And Roxy Londe actually playing the Lucia here for Team Cake. Speed boost is key, and they are getting in position. Blackrock already gonna get hooked up immediately by the Roadhog there. Oilibeer in the meantime will get a takedown onto another one, and Team Cake's gonna be pushing forward here, trying to take a little bit more of the vantage points, and they are destroying Overwine at the very start. So this is really where seeding comes into play. Overwine, as we saw from the regular season, not really having the best weeks there, had a few map wins out of nowhere with the upset, but in the end, still our last placer in the playoffs. They had an amazing run, especially onto the upper bracket, but in the end, they still have to show us why they are going to be looking for a date against Beamcord yet again. But Oilibeer is saying, no sir, reservations have already been filled. Keltro will go down, showing him who's boss. He's twice already onto the ultimate in charge, and he has the Riptire available. Gonna be backing on that. Guinness has been showing up though with that Zarya, and 100 energy to his name. Pushing forward already to the point. Nano boost onto the Reinhardt, but Blackrock will go down. Shiver in the meantime pushing forward, wants to get that piece of that Zarya. And Cakes is just holding the line steadfast. Kundakto now with the Coalescence. Sleep Dart will connect out from Voltash as well. Twin support ultimates. They are trying to get Roxy Lon there. And that's going to be Roxy going down in that fight. Shatter though coming on through. Grabbing the Surge to protect the team. Stereo now going to get caught out. Trying to do those chores, but will get mopped up instead. And what a shot from the DPS line. Dominici and Keltrel catching that one out. Making sure they get the takedown there. Shiver in the meantime with the kill onto the McCree also. And Team Cakes loses a point. Overwine back into full force. And this is the thing about Team Overwine. I have to commend them all throughout for just how amazing they have improved in the New Wave Invitationals. At the very start, they were really looking like that gold team. This time, they are putting a fight against the best of the best. And they are still part of the rest here in our top 3 guaranteed. Not bad for a 7 seed, that's for sure. The Cinder Story, though, can keep on keeping on. And Oilibeer gonna be onto the east side. He has gotten hit by the anti-heal there. Will have the play protection onto the coverage. High ground though, and goodbye to Dominici. He gets blown up into the atmosphere there with the grenades to boots. And Shiver will go for the spinner Rooney. And the boost onto that left Blossom, and Team Cakes is just getting kill after kill again. The Moira next on the list. Kundak trying to stay alive. Still though, that's the Reaper getting the Reapening on yet again. And Team Cakes gets the flip one more time. So for Overwine, able to stay on to the point, but they just decide to take that one in full force. Face value, eating the Death Blossom, using no ultimates whatsoever. And now they have 5 check marks on the board. Blackrock though gonna be pushing on forward. Shatter is available here for Team Overwine. And we'll see if Blackrock can roll on in and get a takedown already. Tries to attempt to get Stereo, but a beautiful block from the Red Reinhardt keeping them alive. Won't dash though with an nano boost onto the McCree. And here comes the Coalescence to boots. Rocks in London keeping everyone alive. Red Rose pushing back with the Hool Hog. And Keltro right now going on a magical journey with that Rubber Daki. 2 for 1 trade so far. Red Rose gonna get a takedown. Stereo though with Fire Strike catching out the jump rat there. And speaking of the rats, it's Oilibeer with the flank again. Guinness now gonna go down. Kundak all alone one more time. And Team Overwine, it seems like it's already past midnight because these glass slippers are breaking. And Team Cakes looking for the sweet ecstatic ending. And they should be able to get the first point, 100-46. Good start here from Team Overwine, but an even better one from Team Cakes. Saw a lot of contesting points there from Overwine, able to answer back against the Junkrat, but Oilibeer again flying into the air. And I gotta commend Stereo there with so many blocks onto those shatters. Really protecting his team as much as possible. It's time though to get into Gardens. And I think this is where Overwine can go out with that Pharah Echo composition. It's not really the best thing to try and play Oilibeer's game. He has had 1.5 million hours on this Junkrat as that shot almost calls on in. So there you go. This is the composition that Overwine beats Cakes with in the upper bracket round 2. This time though in the lower bracket round 4. Can Cakes answer back? Oh, Blackrock gonna be rolling on in with the Wrecking Ball. Aggressive dive right here, right now from Team Overwine. Shots coming on through as well. Keltro though will drop on down. Pharah Mercy this time between Shiver and Roxy London. Kundak and Keltro will try to do the same. And Wotash actually gonna be playing the Baptiste here. So when we see Overwine play the Bap over the Ana, they're trying to make sure that they have eye field value. But in this instance, that's gonna be Blackrock now making a mistake in the rollout. And will be falling on down instead. Wotash though using the eye field to protect herself. And it's gonna be Team Cakes all over the point already. Good setup with the Orisa. The Roadhog bringing on the damage as well. And Team Cakes right now gets the first kill onto Dominici. Goodbye to the Echo. And it seems like for Cakes, they are set up onto the point as much as possible. So for now, though, it is going to be BlackRock look to roll on in again. Hook does get dislodged. For some reason, the hero swaps have been stuck onto the screen. A little bit of an error there in our workshop code, but hey, those things happen from time to time. In any case, though, it's Keldrol right now, keeping on with the pressure from the south side. In the meantime, though, Dominici can fly on in. Beautiful boop, though. Goodness, gonna be going down there. Overwine right now, losing out on that Diva. Oily Beer also bringing on the pressure even more. And for Cakes, they just stay on the points. They're not even bothering to go for the bridge contest. And in a scenario like this, I understand why. They just want to make sure they protect against the Rocketeer. But with this strategy here from Cakes, they're doing all they can to get Keldrol that Rocket Barrage. So that's something at least Overwine can use, but they can't afford to lose frags like this. Red Rose has already caught that BlackRock there with the hook. Vector Grenades are being spammed here, there, and anywhere. And with the barrage now online, Overwine is going to be looking for a little bit of the assault coming on through yet again. But the shield does shatter. Rock Barrage onto the tank line. Red Rose just takes it at face value. And an easy hook onto the far there. Here comes, though, a little bit more from the little piggy. Red Rose is keeping an eye out on the North Tower. Kundak in the meantime with the resurrection. And we'll find out right now if Overwine can actually contest this in the first place. They lose the Baby Diva, and Overwine has to reset. There is no time like the present to get the hell out of there, and they will have one last chance to try and fight this out. Cakes is just completely a different beast right now, and Shiver even hounding Dominici there. Goodbye to the Echo. Time is ticking. Overwine gonna be losing out BlackRock, but the fight isn't over yet. They will try to contest this with Guinness. The Diva is still alive, though. And here comes Olivier right now on a magical journey yet again. Riptide catching out the Baby Diva there. Can anyone else touch? The duplicate is available. Rocket Barrage right now from Shiver, catching out 1 and 2. Supercharger with the damage there. And a duplication on the Orisa instead. Dominici desperate right now to stall the lines. BlackRock gonna be going for the roly-poly-oly again. And this is just gonna be Overwine looking to survive as much as possible. Stare gets the countdown out. Cakes right now holding the line again. Here comes the Baby Diva, though. It's actually a normal Diva and decides to go for the Sunstruck with the Nano Boost into play. Rock Barrage, though, coming on through again. Oily Beer gets the blow up there. Shots keeping on coming. Kundak will go down, and that is it. Team Cakes wins that one out. 1-0. Dominant there on Garden to Boots. And this is just really Team Cakes showing that one loss is enough for them. I do apologize about that new bug onto the scoreboard. Highly unfortunate, got in the way of the screen. But hey, it's just Cakes with a play of the game. Olivier with the flank gets the takedown there. And easy does it for Team Cakes. Everything going in favor of Team Cakes right now. And it seems like seeding does matter in a scenario like this. 3 versus 7. 1-0 advantage. It seems like the cards are aligning truly. We will be getting into our second game very shortly. But for now, let's go on back to the lobby. Let's go on back to, well, giving Team Overwine that map pick. And Team Cakes will be picking that side. It seems like, though, for Team Cakes, they just got the answer every single time. Stereo with amazing defenses there. And when we see Team Cakes actually play the Orisa Hog composition, and when they're set up onto the point, it feels like every single team on the other side just struggles to find an answer in the first place. Shiver is such an amazing flex pick right now. Oily Beer, in the meantime, just keeping on with the nades over and over and over and over and over again. It just never stops whatsoever. And that DPS line looking absolutely mighty, to say the least. It's been a relatively quiet game here from X-Fatalist, in all honesty. We see his consistency still. We've seen how strong he can be on the Diana, but he hasn't really played out in the amazing surprise, hey, I'm gonna be the clutch player here, because his team is really pulling up their weight right now. He doesn't need to do those heroics per se, and it feels like for Team Cakes, they're just doing everything right. They're having all of their elements go into fruition. And for Overwine, they're just trying to find a way to answer back. They tried to play the same game as the Junkrat, didn't really work out. And as soon as the setup was there, it feels like for Overwine, they're really playing into an element that they weren't really accustomed to. But now we are going to be moving into map number 2. And this is going to be, of course, Overwine's pick. It is King's Row. It's something they love to play. It's something they have been amazing in all throughout the New Wave Invitationals. And if this is one map that they can potentially get a win out, it has to be this one. But Cakes opting to go on the attack first. They want to set the tempo yet again, which means Overwine will be defending. This can be a fast one though. If Cakes just takes this by the hair and decides to pull on it, tug on it, and win it out from there. The London streets are calling though. And for Overwine, this is the last chance to show some class and show that they truly belong here in the top 3. It has been a great run for Overwine, but Cakes has had an even better one coming on through from the past few days. As we go on into King's Row, all I gotta say, it has been an amazing journey so far with all of you in the audience, all of you in the player base, and let's get on into map number 2. So welcome back, guys, and we are gonna be going over to, well, King's Row. Really go wrong with a map like this. It's absolutely amazing. We've seen some great matches here and there in every single scene of Overwatch onto this map. It's El Clasico for a really, really good reason. It really feels like it has just been amazing plays from Team Cakes from the get-go. Starting with Overwatch, it seems like they have had a murderless on the board, and the flick of the wrist action sometimes is just looking mighty impressive. But Overwine, yes, this is what I've been waiting for. Back to their roots, and back to where they're really good at. Double hit scan has been Overwine's bread and butter for the past regular season. And, well, looking at them on the ropes, might as well bring out what we're comfortable with. Ride Zarya also looking scary. Wotash on the Batiste, and we know she's good for it, especially those Amp Matrix and eye fields. We'll find out if Overwine, though, can look for a little bit of setup because, of course, they have to deal with the Grenadiers. Dive composition, though, from Cakes, and Blackrock needs to make sure he's always in a good spot because he might just be overrun or even left in the dust because of that tank line. But Dominici dominating there, catching out LBR with the range advantage. And this was something I mentioned earlier on with Mr. Invalesco. When you are having trouble with the Junkrat and you're already playing double flyer, why not mix things up? Another thing that can actually counteract a Junkrat composition has to be the double hit scan. And in they go, Dominici catching out Stereo there, but Shiver is on his Genji. And this is just looking mighty fine from Team Cakes and their DPS line. I feel though trying to go for the save. Wotash now gonna get the call out by Olivier from the flank. And Shiver is looking absolutely zero right here. He's zeroed into the opposition. He gets the contest onto the high ground. And Cakes just overrunning the opposition again. Overwine right now looking a little worse for wear. And where was this Cakes in the upper bracket? Because this time they are refocused, ready to go, and looking for a date with Destiny into the grand finals. But we are not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. There is still a big chance here for Team Overwine, and they are deciding to go into the Pharah here. Kundak is already ready with the Mercy, so it will work out for them still. And on the streets phase, you can use those rooftops to a really good degree. So if this was the time for Keltrol to play the Pharah, it has to be now. Why not though if Overwine can actually hold the line here into the front line again? The Reinhardt's going to be still sticking on. I feel right now tossed over to the left side, and this does force Overwine to reposition themselves in that manner. And X-Fatalist, when you call him out, he will get the big nade for you. Team Cakes has it all for you and even more onto the high ground right now, and they are just destroying the opposition every single time. Well, for Overwine, it was a really good idea to play the eye field. Wotash throwing that discus there to the left side, forcing them to stay there instead of backing on out. And tit for tat, fire grenade again connecting. Overwine will have a chance though to contest yet again by the end of the second point. But this is ultimates online already for Team Cakes. 4 of them ready to go. Grenades are coming yet again. And we'll find out if Cakes right now can blow things up to the best degree. Wotash though popping at that Amp Matrix, but Shiver's time to shine again. Blade in the hands, grab the Surges there from Guinness, but Olivier also with the Riptire. So for Team Cakes, there is a plan B. They blow up everyone to Kingdom Come. And with 5:28 on the clock, things are looking very dicey here for Team Overwine. Cakes is just on a rampage, and this is just momentum and a high from a victory, giving them all the adrenaline in the world and more. Cakes still gonna be backing on that already. Payload being pushed, of course, by their backline members. And X-Fatalist just hanging on around, making sure he will survive. Keltrol turning into the Reaper instead. Bomb down thrown out by Dominici, but this is the perfect place to actually throw that bomb down, and it's still gonna be forcing Overwine to stick around in the back instead. But a beautiful play here from Dominici as well as Blackrock. We see everyone on the floor, and the Reinhardt showing why he's picked up on a map like this, making sure he can get the stun on in that corner. So as the bomb comes online, you'd expect that, hey, on third point, this is the scariest place to actually see that bomb coming. But what a shatter there, making sure that that is going to be absolute potency. And Overwine right now, gonna still have Dominici on this high ground. Leap on in though from the dive composition again. It is gonna be the Winston and the Diva looking to work together. Primal Rage has been popped. And Coalescence time right here, right now. Rox London though on the board. Blackrock gonna be pushing on forward into the front line. Red Rose in the meantime with a Primal Rage still in its clutches. And for Team Cakes, they're trying to get the zap on again and again. 3 kills right now for Cakes. They have just overrun the opposition one more time. And even though Overwine still has space to work with, they need to make sure they don't get tired here. They lose Guinness, they lose Dominici, and they are running out of space to come on through. Time is ticking here for Team Overwine. They need to make sure they can regroup. And as Oily Beer is just getting all in the face of the Reaper. He's just looking to be sneaky with the Riptire. One fire strike can make a difference. Keltrol gets that kill. Here comes the Reaper though contesting. And seems like Oily Beer taking a little too long with that adventure. Blade though in the hands of Shiver comes on in like the assassin, the dash in. Still though, grab the search from Guinness to keep that Genji in play. And Overwine right now holding the line for the time being. But they still need to take care of Red Rose so far. That Winston gonna be sticking around there. Here comes Diana though onto the other side. Bob gonna get thrown, the best player in any single team. Shots now coming, perfect contest there from the Bob. And with the Nanaboost into play, Overwine feeling confident that they're holding on to the Death Blossom as well. Overwine right now surviving as much as possible. They're also giving the Ana a little bit of ult charge to boot, playing with that Baby Diva. It feels like here for Team Overwine, there is still a little bit of a fight, but Cakes right now is just looking for blood and waiting on to spill it against the opposition. Juggernaut grenades again here from Oily Beer. Trying to find things out. Guinness in the meantime gonna be sticking on to the corner here. And Red Rose with the leap on in. Dominici gonna be falling on over there. Voltash in the meantime onto the high ground there already. And Shiver gonna get on the board again. Black Rocket now though still sticking around. Here we go right now with contact with that Coalescence. And Overwine is just losing out in this fight. Big nade though from Voltash. Will it be enough with the beam? It seems like the two supports cannot hold too long. And not gonna make it to the contest. The mod comes, but apparently the flame is not bright enough. Overwine gonna be giving up the points there. And that's 2:30 on the clock for Cakes. Very, very admirable. Really good time back. And Overwine right now, given the tough task to win or die.
Initiating match.
Team Overwine is on the ropes, and we can really see the news just getting tightened more and more so. But the wheels keep on turning, and here we go again. Cakes still with double the kills coming into this one. And it feels like the Red Rose has just been absolutely unstoppable. No deaths whatsoever. Shiver in the meantime looking mighty scary with that Nano Blade. But I gotta commend Guinness. Every single time. Ready with that Zarya Graviton Surge. And unfortunately though, the damage has been done. But at least he's catching out that Genji to the best degree. So remember guys, whoever wins this fight will be dueling against Team Beamguard tomorrow in the Grand Finals. It's gonna be best of 5, but with Beamguard with the mud map advantage, they're only gonna be needing to win. And if it is going to be Team Cakes, then they have really proven themselves to be the ones to make it to the Grand Finals, because they have turned it up to 11, make that 12, maybe even 13. Yeah, it's a Risa horse or a cow. It's a horse for me. It's a centaur, actually. But, as I was saying, they have just been the ones doing all they can to destroy everyone in their path. Overwine in the meantime, going to be looking to find a little bit of redemption. And the thing about Overwine is they have beaten Cakes before, so they can potentially do it again. But right now with Cakes playing to this level, it's looking pretty slim, and the chances of Overwine doing it will only look better if they can be decisive coming into the fight. So again, we go for the speed boost. Unfortunately for Blackrock, he gets left behind because of the steel trap there from Oily Beer. Stereo though in the meantime gonna be catching out one. Guinness gonna be there already, and shots keeping on coming true and blue. Dominici though up into the hotel, hiding on the side. Overwine getting a few picks here and there, and with Cakes caught in the middle, it feels like they're making a fool out of the opposition. Flashback Panda Hammer though, Dominici gonna get that takedown there. Roxy London still on that Mercy, pocketing Shiver to the best degree, and that's gonna be Keltrol just teleporting in, maybe to die. Goes for the med back there, tries to get away from the hook, goes against the Orisa instead, but Stereo is looking mighty, mighty scary, and that's gonna be the Centaur there, getting another takedown onto the Reaper. So a good first hold there from Team Cakes. Overwine had a good chance at it, but it just wasn't enough. Now Oily Beer is playing danger close. This will give him a lot of ult charge if this works out. But Overwine doesn't get a scout on. Olivier disengaging, actually catching out Voltage there. Perfect timing there from the side of Team Cakes. And they are just trying to distract them with the dynamite to boot. So much splash damage. And the problem right now for Overwine is they're playing this Lucian Moira. If they get hit by the dynamite, if they get hit by the grenades, Voltage cannot go for the amp speed because they will die. Kundak also has to use those reserves very, very quickly. Olivier right now with Riptide gonna get caught out there. Bob now thrown onto the point, I believe. But the grab of the surge is absolutely huge from Guinness before he dies. But Bob is just getting backstab damage there. Voltage with a boop. It's still not gonna be enough. And really goes to show the battery operated Butler doing all he can and more. Dominates, you know, from the side. Gets a dead out the one, but Red Rose hooking him over to get the takedown in response. For Team Cakes, it's all tied up right now. They still have a chance to defend this, but it's still Overwine coming on through with spawn advantage. Bullhog though, gonna be thrown on that. Blackrock cannot hold whatsoever. And this is looking mighty desperate here from the blue hand side. Jin is now hooked up again. Can he get healed in time by Kundak? Yes, he is. And it is Overwine right now, looking for the top up. But it's really difficult for the Moira right now because of all that splash damage from the dynamite as well as the grenades. They're using all the reserves on this Moira, and Kundak cannot get any more coming into this one. Olivier though, again, another Grenadier action. And just Team Cakes is getting all the chip that they need. Sapphire though and the Coalescence. I don't think Overwine wanted to stack that one up, but they will make two anyway. Blackrock has rolled on in, gets the Shatter on, Death Blossom even for Keltrol, and they decide to just withdraw every ultimate they have and more. Shiver though with the bomb. Dynamite now gonna get thrown. Tries to blow up Blackrock there. First take has been taken too early on the coach gun, and Keltrol will say thank you very much for that takedown. Shiver catching out Guinness at the end, but it's still Team Overwine getting that cap. Seems like do or die, they're doing it right now and surviving. One way to go, and Overwine making sure that this is going to be a competition. Fight isn't over yet, game isn't over yet, and we'll find out if this match is going to be keeping on to begin with. Ryan Zara though between Overwine versus the Ryan Roadhog of Stereo and Red Rose. So Cakes gonna be sticking on the ground by the bookshop still. Guinness though marching on forward. Urban Surge still available here, but here comes the Riptire also, and Olivier with a flag, but Keltrol with an amazing direct hit. Voltage even catching that first, that Junkrat out with the Mercy. Urban Surge though in the play, but Overwine not getting in the follow-up, and X-Fatal is hitting those key hits onto the Pharah so far. Resurrection though in the play. Shipper right now patching that danger close Pharah, and this is just the Genji putting on the show again. Team Cakes playing that really well, even though they lost out Olivier there. They had an advantage as soon as Keltrol wasn't getting pocketed. Sephora dropping on down, staying way too close to the payload. And Shiver is happy to get that kill. 75% onto the blade already. X-Fatal is in the meantime ready with the nano boost. And Keltrol is trying to duel, forcing out the deflect there already. Push though coming on through from Overwide. They will have a good advantage with the Rhinestar in this instance, in this angle. And they are going to be going on over again and again. Coalescence is still going to be into play already. They get the Vaporization on. And again, Overwide whipping out those ultimates. Kundak going to get on the board with 1 and 2. And it seems like she's looking to make sure her team is going to survive. Keltrol though keeping on with the pressure. And now this is poor X-Fatalist all alone. As Dion is getting staggered here. It seems like for Team Overwine, they make sure that they can get lethality out of their ultimates. Even though it's not really the best cycles per se, they do have the Rock Barrage and the Valkyrie coming very, very soon. They have an idea though that Olivier is somewhere over the rainbow and somewhere near the opposition. That Junkrat though doesn't get spotted, and now it's time for the Nano Blade 2 boot. Shipper gonna be looking for a cut. Fade though from Kundak, well timed, gonna be dodging that first strike there. And Shipper only gonna get one with the combo. Still a chance here for Team Overwine, but Cakes is just having all the advantages again and again. Roxy right now, as well as Voltage, getting the Resurrection on one more time. And it seems like here for Team Cakes, they are going to be pushing forward and taking advantage of the defense again. So for Overwine right now, they just have to be a lot more careful. They need to make sure if it's going to be Olivier going for the flank, they understand exactly where the opponent is. So now Voltage is bringing it over to her own clutches in her own hands as the Grab of the Surge comes on through from Guinness. Damage though coming on through. Rolling Tire right now from Olivier. And we'll see if this Riptire can get ready to roll on to Keltrol. Yes, it does. Red Rose, even with the Scrap Gun action, using that Cool Hog to the best degree. And now Overwine. Oh no, Desperation Coalescence. Will this be the mop-up that they are looking for? They do catch out Shiver, but Olivier is brought back into the fold. And good tracking here from Kundak, but will it be enough? yellow buyer orb there thrown at to try to get the heals onto Blackrock. And if the Shatter can come on through, that is going to be a good chance for them. But oh no, the support line going to get caught out here. Kundak in the meantime going to be falling on down. Olivier with 3. And this is now time running out for Team Overwine. 12 seconds left. Too much trash damage. And I think this has to be it. Dominici going over to the east side. And we'll see if the McCree can get the contest at the last moment. Deadeye trying to come on through, but that's going to be the finale there. And it is Cakes dominating and booking a date with Team Meme Cord. Overwine finishing 3rd in the first wave playoffs. An amazing, amazing result for our 7th seed. And congratulations to Team Cakes. They are going to be in the top 2. Play of the game though to Dominici, and it's great to see his Ashe there. Well played though to the side of Team Cakes. They are moving on over to the grand finals. And that is gonna be it for them. We'll be talking to Overwine in just a bit so for their exit interview. But hey, it's been absolutely great. Overwine, one interview, please. Cakes, 8 p.m. tomorrow. Thank you. Amazing. We'll see who's it's going to be for that one, and we'll figure out who's gonna be the interviewee there for Team Overwine. But it has been a great showing, and Lijiang Tower as well as King's Row taken by Team Cakes. Well played indeed, indubitably. And now we have finally gotten our upper bracket date because the lower bracket is finally done, ladies and gentlemen. We have gotten our results, and in the end, we have our victor. It's just been absolutely amazing to say the least to see their run. And look at that, in the lower brackets, we are gonna be seeing it here. Cakes is the one who makes it all the way there, a 3rd seed, winning out in to our 3rd place match, basically booking a date to duel against Team Meme Cord. And looking at that upper brackets, there you go. We're finally going to be getting into it tomorrow at 8 p.m., guys. To crown our first wave playoff champion. It's Team Imcord versus Team Cakes. The last time they saw each other in regular season is a very interesting one. This time, though, we'll be looking into how this one's all going to be panning on out. And who is it? Who is it, talaga? Who is it for Team Overwine that we are going to be getting? But let's just look back at the results of this game. Lijiang Tower, Kings Row, it felt like as soon as the full octane approach from Team Cakes was there, they did their job and went home very happy. It's an amazing sight to behold, that's for sure. And they just made sure that they had everything in their palms, in their clutches, as well as they should and as well as they could. It has been more of that was more of the Shiver Show actually coming on through compared to what we've seen from Mr. Oily Beer, but can never count out that Junkrat, that's for sure. And I guess we're gonna get Tash coming on in for this one. Tash and Kundak, Tash daw. Okay, Tash then. No need para easy lang. No worries. We just need one. So there you go, guys. I think we're gonna be getting Wotash of Team Overwine in for our call to wrap things up. Really proud though of Team Cakes actually going the distance, going the long haul. And hey, Overwine, all I gotta say to them is they had an amazing run. They did it. They did make it to the top 3. They did prove themselves to the best of the best. And yeah, let's get Dash in and let's get her in everything. Okay, move to casting channel and let's get on with our little bit of our exit interview. So Tash, hello, are you there?
Hello.
Hi Tash, welcome. And first things first, congratulations on the top 3 finish. Who'da thunk it, you know? Who'da thunk Overwine will
Thank
make
you.
it all the way, and you do get that 1,000 pesos from the 10K prize pool, which is absolutely amazing. So how does it feel though to have gotten your first win on Tuesday and make it, this far in the first wave playoffs?
I think we were just so lucky and blessed at this point na parang yeah, and of course our yung hard work part of the winning, but then like how it went down, I think it was just pure luck right there.
You can't say that completely. You guys did show off such improvement on every single match, in all honesty. Especially that one against Team Cakes at the very first instance. So it was a 2-1. And what was the feeling after you guys won it? Because I already know, I remember there was screeches, there was celebrations here and there. But what was the atmosphere for Team Overwine after that first win?
We were just actually we were confused. We were so not used to winning that we didn't first we did not know that parang nanalo na tayo. Like, tayo ba yun? Tas, yay! Ganun. And then right after that, we wanted to parang na um group huddle na parang sorry. Sorry, nagsasalita si Guinness sa group chat. Ayun, ayun. We wanted to know na parang, wait, where do we stand from here? Technically, we won 2 matches na parang where do we stand? Tapos parang ano pa, nag-argue pa kami na, "Hindi, double elims, ganito yung bracketing, hindi yung kay Dax, ganito yung ginawa niya." So, parang ayun, ta's parang ang tagal na mag-dawn on us na parang, wait, we're automatically 3rd place and then Rebirth was like, "You did it, motherfuckers, you did it." Parang gano'n. So, parang yeah, it was mostly si Rebirth yung nag-ano sa'min, nagpa-wake up sa'min na, "Yeah, you guys did it."
It's amazing, especially like how you guys played it out. Now, I do want to go back first to that deep kicks because we want to talk about that positives. What do you think you did right in the upper bracket that allow you to win in a 2-1 fashion? If you still
The thing
remember.
is yeah, we really researched the team, the enemy team, not just individual players. Of course, we know who their DPS are and like what their lineups usually are, but we watch like the first matches that we had before. Like we watch the VODs on your YouTube, like, and we watch it together as a team, and then parang they made a mistake there. We can use that, ganon, and then um really it's really about even if it was off season, twice a week kaming nag-VODs, once or twice a week kaming nagsiscrims, and then we also have 3 nights na ladder. So parang full pack yung week namin and rebirth whipping. Yep.
Oof. So much whipping. I hear so much whipping. I hear Overwine get whipped. I hear Team Cakes get whipped. Jesus Christ. I wasn't like that to Team PH. I was just like, okay, wow. Oh, di kayo mag-practice. Di wag, bahala kayo. Ganun. Like, oh.
Well, kami kasi
And they'll
like
feel guilty. And they'll feel so guilty.
we're really
Okay.
G to practice naman. So parang it's really more of like triggering rebirth lang din talaga.
Tama.
Like Guinness like sa joke na parang, "Puwede na ba ako mag-support?" Yung gano'n. So that's when rebirth goes mataray and goes whipping everyone.
Tama lang yan, tama lang yan. So, you guys did do it against Team Cakes then, but comparing it to now, what changed? You know you guys this was a team you already beat, so you're feeling a little confidence for sure. There's that, okay, we've done it before, but what do you think changed about Team Cakes? Because we've been talking about them and they are looking an absolute machine in the lower brackets.
To be honest, Red Rose. Red Rose was tough to a tough addition. Like we didn't research enough with him, like about him, and really we were running my BAP than my usual to keep the sustain on the tanks against the Junkrat. But then you have to shut down that Roadhog. But we were no, it was hard to shut down the Roadhog. Yeah, so ayun,
I
that's
get
what
it.
the main difference.
Ooh, Roadhog difference. I see. So
Yeah.
you guys were able to fight both meme cord and cakes, and no experiencing their full strength. Who do you think might have the advantage coming into the grand finals?
Honestly, it's hard to say because Cakes really brought it today. Like they really brought it today. The Maui whipping worked, and it was a totally different team today what we versed. So yeah, it's really hard to say. Both teams have different ano rin eh, their compositions and their hero lineup, parang nagka-clash din siya. Kasi it's not the usual counters to each other. It's like parang both teams are just doing what they want to do, not really countering each other. Parang palakasan talaga sila ng mechanical skills and teamwork na it's not even about countering strats anymore. It's about pure uh puso. I think it will come down on that na parang who wants it more.
Yeah, I get it. I really get it. And it really feels like these two teams are looking very, very scary to say the least. So for Team Overwine, it has been a kind of Cinderella story, and even though the clock struck midnight and your glass slippers aren't there, making to the top three as well, our seventh seed is just an amazing, amazing feat. Beating out the likes of Washed Up Homies, Waminagi, Uwatch, and Ubi Server. That's a big feat to Team Overwine. And I gotta say, you guys are really most improved, no longer looking like a gold team, looking very, very sharp and looking to keep things up. And for you guys, well, how was the experience? Because for us, I think you guys put in the most work over these 3 months.
It was really fun. Like especially yeah, you called us the gold team, but now we've been laddering so much together nga na most of us are plat na. So we're
Ooh,
no gold team no more, dude.
yes,
So
sir.
si Cultural na lang kasi hindi siya mahilig sumama sa ladder. Sa scrims siya mahilig sumama. So ayun, so and really it's been nice to have the scrims with other teams, having them like actually talking to them, ganyan, and then sometimes we would go ladder together. If alam niyo yan, like if it's like free time, like we just go ladder with some uwu, and then like mix na kayo, ganyan. And then it was really cool then, like when we go ladder, sometimes we get recognized. Oh my gosh, Votash from Overwine ba yan? Gaganon. Yung
Popular.
anime team. Tapos parang, what? People watch us and like actually recognize us. So parang medyo celebrity ganun, 'di ba? Feels ayun. So it's been nice and really having more Filipino players as in our friends list it was really nice as well. And learning about how Overwatch competitive game works because all this time we've been just QP comp, but then like if you do a tournament, it's how Overwatch is supposed to be played. Parang it's a totally different game. Like this is why like you know how in owls you watch it and then you try to pull it off in the ladder but it won't happen. Kahit six stack kayo, but then like you actually get to be able to play these strats that you see on your idols in the owls in actual tournaments or like actual scrimmages. So that experience itself, parang it actually rekindled my love for Overwatch. Like I was actually quitting na, then NWI came and then yay, back to Overwatch.
Hey, it's been great to be able to host you guys here. And I gotta ask you, what was your favorite moment, or as a team, what was your favorite moments of the NWI? Was it that first map win? Was it this first match win? Give me a little bit more of the inner workings of Overwine.
I think it was that Rialto attack. Yeah, the Rialto attack last time. It was just comms were so clean. We're getting excited, yes, but then like it was just so clean. Sobrang parang even if Rebirth wasn't there, parang naririnig ko na siya na parang I'm proud of you guys. Comms are clean. And like we actually in the ult economy and things like that. Sobrang parang it was just clicking during that time. So parang high din kami on that na parang it's actually working. All the research, all the planning that we did, it's actually clicking right now. So it was very satisfying. So I think that's my favorite.
Hey, it's great that you guys enjoyed the hard work that you put in, enjoyed learning about the game, and really impressing in so many ways. And hey, when the going gets tough, we see the classic Overwine compositions. It's always a good nostalgia factor, and it's been absolutely amazing to have you all here. Most hardworking team, that's for sure. Started from the bottom, made it all the way to third place, and that is something to be proud of, beating out the likes of some great, great teams. and that SR gap. So thank you to Team Overwine and all the work you guys have put in. And the floor is all yours, Tash. Anything you want to say to, well, the audience, to your team, yada, 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 everything, shout outs going on.
Oh, shout out to our coaches. So we have our Rebirth, si Fasi, si Billy who helped us through, and DC Nation, our scream buddies, and really they sat through our VODs every time and would give us. Actually, they made us this parang support handbook pa on like how to play each support more efficiently. And then we also have our scream partners. We usually have scrims with cakes, overbacks even, like their G2 scrim pa, and meme core. They're very nice as well. So yeah, shout out to everyone who helped us through the journey. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's been amazing, amazing to see. And it really is. It's funny that both of your teams stayed in the lobby so for so long. And I said, like, at first thing I said, okay, guys, here's your assignments. You can go now, and it just all stayed here. But it really goes to show for Overwine making a big parts of the community, just enjoying all the matches, putting in the efforts, and it really goes to show effort gets you places, guys. It's not just about skill; it's about hard work and dedication. And hey, that's what Overwine has done, and they are our third place. A bronze medal for all that work. That's already looking golden to me. And hey, thank you to Overwine and your time. We all know that you're a busy bunch, but just giving us your time of the night has been great. And again, congratulations on making it to the top three, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Okay, and there we have it. That's gonna be Wotash there of Overwine just be signing on out. And that is, guys, our day 4 of the broadcast. And tomorrow we have the big one. We have the one we have been all waiting for. It's time for the grand finals. But before anything else, let's look at that bracket yet again. Here in the lower brackets, some good runs here and there from our seeds, but it is Cakes that decides to steamroll and get the sweet ending that they have deserved so far. But if they do want to have that cherry on top, they do have to beat the next coming team. Meme Court is waiting for them in the upper brackets, and it has just been a great showing from Meme Court, winning out every single match they could, beating out the likes of Uwatch, Wamanagi, as well as Overwine, and coming into the grand finals, they will have that one map by. And if you're asking about our rankings so far, here we go in third place for Overwine, fourth place there for Washed Up Homies, fifth, sixth tied is Mamanagi and Uwatch, and in seventh it is going to be Ube Server. So it really just goes to show that this has been an amazing experience. And tomorrow, our match will happen at the usual starting time. Apologies about that delay at the starts, but everything has been good to go so far. I'm glad that there haven't really been any issues. And it will be Meme Cord versus Cakes at 8 p.m. Now, of course, since it's our last two teams, we'll be talking to both of them, that's for sure. And we will be looking to hear from both, matter what order they finish. But hey, it's been absolutely great for the New Wave Invitationals. The first wave playoffs have been a rousing success, and we got the likes of, well, Mr. Fascinate for today, who had to hop on out afterwards. We had Redux yesterday, we had Billy on Tuesday, we had Rebirth on Monday. So it feels like there's only one last face that we need to pass of the bother, and we'll get confirmation on that. But hey, it's been an absolute pleasure to basically bringing guys all this action. Overwatch looking pretty alive from our teams, and the playoffs is just a big combination of that. 10K on the line, with 6K going to the winner, 3K to the second placer, third place already going over to Overwine, and we will continue off from where we left off from today tomorrow. I'll see you guys then at 8 p.m. for the grand finals. Meme Guard versus Cakes, fourth seed versus third seed. Very close, as close as can be. And you have been tuning in to the First Wave Playoffs. I've been Dax, and I will be calling it here. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you guys soon in tomorrow's matchup.